addressed earlier the need for differentiation and different interests and abilities. This is a fun tool to use in the classroom. It's engaging, but how does it address? We have a group of gifted kids we work with that are in a class and selected to be there that supposedly have higher learning skills and abilities. But still, even within that group of 20 kids or so, there are varying degrees of interests, skills, abilities. And I can see using this and using the expressions, but there's still going to be those kids that are bored, are feeling like they're not being challenged. Because this is, to me, just like you said earlier, this would be a toy to them. You know, so how do you find this challenging to differentiate to those different needs?
Well, I think actually the active expression, if you are giving hard questions, then I think students will really see quite rapidly it's not a toy. But that's just one thing. But definitely, I think that the active board is, you can really use it for differentiation because you are speaking to lots of different learning styles. So those who are tactile learners will be able to use the pen and come up to the board. And those who are bored, B-O-R-E-D, you can call up to the board and have them do activities that relate to their learning style. So when you talk to these students and have them up at the board, then they will not be able to be just sitting there and not learning. And then you have, for visual learners, you can have pictures and videos, and for auditory learners, you have sounds. And so I think that really it's a good way to put all this together and have students be able to look at that and realize, oh, well, this picture relates to this, and it helps them make connections between pieces of information. And then also, sorry, one thing I forgot is that bored students, maybe they might be bored because they feel that they know something already or that they have more to add. And so you can have them, you can ask them questions like, would you like to add something to this? Would you like to tell the class about a certain topic? And so when they are able to kind of teach the rest of the class about something that they know well from that, then it might give them really something interesting.
Other than the sounds and the pictures and the video clips, that's no different than using like whiteboards with dry erase markers or doing group activities you might already do. It's just, it's integrating more technology and introducing them to something that they may not already have been exposed to, such as the active expressions and things like that.
Well, I think that it is new, but it can do more than a whiteboard. I think that it really, a whiteboard, you can draw it and you can write, but I think that this is really better as far as getting kids up here and putting all this information together. I think that on a whiteboard you can maybe hang up pictures, but it's harder to show a video or to really have kids come up there and draw lines and really think about, how does this have to do with this? And I think that the active board really helps me put it together and make that information, one piece of information, meaningful to a student and its connection to another. Yes?
I think that when it comes right down to it, and I'm speaking to you, and I believe that you're a very smart young lady, but I think at times, we as professionals, like I'll talk about me, I could be intimidated by someone as smart as you and intelligent and beautiful as you, and not realize that my intimidation really might be so that I can learn from you, use that intimidation to learn from you. Even as educated, I guess I understand myself being an adult, but hearing you talk, the way you conduct yourself, your mannerisms, you show yourself in a positive light, and especially we would love to see all of our children conduct themselves in the classroom. And I just wanted to say that because I hear what you're saying about why kids could have a problem, but also we as adults could have the problem too. So there's a two-way street, and being able to balance that and know that there's two sides to the coin. Where can I meet this child, and also where can this child meet me, and we can come to a happy medium to have success in the classroom.
So you're saying that there's maybe intimidation on the part of the teacher.
Could be the part of the teacher too. It could be. I'm just saying it's just two ways. There's two ways to look at it. So I just don't like to look at one side and not look at the other side, because I understand what you're saying. It's kind of like a balance, because I think I want to do the best job possible, and the way I can do it is look at what what scares me and what's afraid of me. I'm going to give you a prime example today. When you first started out and you asked people to come up front, I have to admit, I don't know, I'm going to get there with an 11-year-old child and blow me out off stage. I was thinking that way. I literally was thinking that way. So I, Mrs. George, have to evaluate how I see myself. I should be able to feel comfortable with making a mistake because I know I am not perfect. I'm going to make mistakes. So that makes me think, now how does that child feel? When they have to deal with that situation?